Alright, this is going to be the problem number 2 from our Cal 1 test 3, and it says to use Newton's method to approximate the square root of 8 by using the function f of x is equal to x squared minus 8, and our first guess, or x sub 1 being equal to 3, and it wants us to calculate up to x sub 3. So basically that just means use Newton's method 3 times, or 2 times. I'm sorry, it's going to be 2 times. So anyway, what's important is this is what we're going to be figuring out, approximating a 0 for that, and we're going to be using this function, and this is where we're going to be starting with, or where we've came from, and our x sub 3 is going to be where we're going. Alright, so just come over here and lay everything out. To use Newton's method, we're going to have to take a derivative, and so this is going to be everything that basically that we were giving, and our derivative here is what we figured out from our f of x. Alright, and the little equation that we're going to be using for Newton's method is this one right here. And so basically you just start plugging things in. Since our x1 was 3, our x2, which is going to be our xi plus 1, since we have our xi, which is just 3 for number 1. So our x2 is going to be equal to our x sub I, which is our x1, so it's going to be 3, minus f of xi. So since it's just a f of xi, we're going to plug in our x into our function. So it's going to be 3 squared minus 8 on top over 2 of our x sub I, and like I said, the f prime x sub I in the Newton's equation, or the denominator, basically you just plug in our x sub I in for x, so that's going to give us 3 minus 9 minus 8 over 6. So it's going to be equal to 3 minus 1 over 6. And that is the same thing as 18 over 6 minus 1 over 6, which is equal to 17 over 6. Alright, so we just found our x2, and it's told us to calculate up to x3, so we just go through and repeat the process again. So our x2 was 17 over 6, so now x3 is equal to 17 over 6 minus, we had x squared, so that's going to be 17 over 6 squared minus 8 over our f prime of our x sub I, 17 over 6, and so that is going to be equal to 17 over 6 minus 289 over 36, because we just square 17 and we put that over 6 squared for that fraction. Minus 8. So basically you just multiply 8 by 6, and or 8 by 36, I'm sorry. And that's going to give us 288 over 36. It's going to be all over 34 over 6. Alright, so whenever we mess with that and do our calculations, we get 17 over 6 minus, whenever we have our fractions, that's going to be 1 over 36 times 6 over 34. And you can notice that 36 and 6 have something in common. The top cancels, leaving a 1. And the 36 is just going to be 6 on the bottom. So that is going to be equal to 17 over 6 minus our 1 over 6 times 34 is going to be 204, which is equal to, whenever we multiply to get a common denominator, we're going to have 578 over 204 minus 1 over 204, which is going to be equal to 577 over 204, which is approximately 2.828. And that is our x3. So we just use Newton's method to approximate the square root of 8 by using the f of x and starting out with 3 being our first guess.